Hey guys, so it's Joanna here. I am a Pilates instructor at PhysioPlus, and I am currently sitting in our downtown location, which is, we just opened up recently. We are at 330 Bay Street near Bay in Adelaide, and I'm in this wonderful space today. We wanted to show it to you. You can see behind me, we have our Pilates props. We also have space here for our physiotherapists, their workspaces. And what I wanted to tell you about today is a little bit about Pilates and what Pilates actually is. So if you're interested in coming in for a session, and if you think you might benefit from it, this is why. So this is, I'm going to give you reasons why you might think it might be good for you. So I work with a lot of patients who are looking to strengthen their core, improve their posture. I also teach my clients how to connect to different muscle groups in their body. So I find in our today, how the way we live our lives in today's society, because a lot of us work and sit at desks, for example, we work in front of computers and we use our cell phones a lot, our posture changes because we're using these devices. And when you come into Pilates, we actually start to undo maybe habitually how you've been sitting for a long time. And that's really beneficial. Your body's really happy when it starts to open up, and then you start to engage different muscle groups than you used to. So for example, if you're seated through most of your day, probably your glute muscles will be not as strong, and maybe your muscles here in the front, your hip flexors might be a little bit shortened and tightened from the position. And with Pilates, what we could do is we're going to lengthen your hip flexors here in the front, and we can strengthen your glutes, and we also can strengthen your core. So that way, when you start to walk or even go back to your work where you're seated, you can actually engage those muscles more, so your posture changes and undoes a little bit of that unnecessary stress on the body. So basically, that's one of the main reasons why people come to Pilates, but there are like thousands of other reasons. People do it to after any sort of injury that they had, after they work with the physiotherapist, they can come work with me to continue to do their exercises. There's just tons of reasons. So if any of these would interest you, just come by and say hello and introduce yourself, and hopefully I'll see you at some point.